everyone. It is so great to be here. It's been a wild week, and I'm sure that you all could use something to relax you, take the stress off. Welcome to Liberated Muse C3, Creative Creatives Creating. My name is Colie Aziza. I am the host this evening, and I'm really excited about that because I have never hosted this type of event. So I'm really excited, and it would be cool to do it because I haven't done it before, but I am really excited about it because of the artists that we are featuring and the artists that are our open mic artists tonight. We have wonderful folks that I know that you will be very excited about, and you're going to want to learn more about them. Again, actually, let me introduce them. So I'm not going to give you all the information. We'll save that. But we have Quineice. Can you wave? Yay. Teisha Marie. And our fearless Liberated Muse leader, Khadijah Moon. And we also have two folks who I'm so glad wanted to come and be on our open mic portion of the evening. Aquil Mizan. There he is, he's smiling. And CaTT. Yes. All right. All right, so you're in for a treat. Again, my name is Colie Aziza. I am the host this evening, and I'm going to start off with a poem, but I like to bookend poems with a song. So we're going to start off with a tune by Gregory Porter, just a piece of it called No Love Dying Here. The poem that I wrote is influenced by, I'm sure many of you have watched Lovecraft Country, which was a wonderful series that was on HBO. And this particular piece is specifically influenced by episode 9. I love it that much that it stayed in my head. Episode 9 is when the family or the main characters in the story go back in time to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it just moved me and stayed with me so much. And so then I wrote this piece. It made me think, how have we as African descendants in this country, in the world, we could say, but in this country, how have we made it this far? How have we made it this far? And I was like, it's gotta be, we could say it's determination, strength, but I think a lot of it is love. So I wanted to start off the piece with this song. There will be no love that's dying here. The bird that flew in through my window simply lost his way. He broke his wing, I helped him heal, and then he flew away. Well, the death of love is everywhere, but I won't let it be. There will be no love that's dying here for me. Everything points to the fact that we should not exist. Standing here, looking into each other's eyes, breathing in each other's breath, wanting to hold you close to my chest, everything points to the fact that we should not exist. Tulsa, Rosewood, Wilmington, and then some. Holocausts we dare not speak of, afraid their horror will break us. We have never mourned these losses. We have never cried out in the name of the universe, why? We have never wept until our eye sockets burned, until our wells ran dry. We have never wailed and cursed the ones who tried to crush us for all the days of their lives, until our throats felt like an arid desert, until our tongues weave magic spells to free us from the pain. Everything points to the fact that we should not exist, but yet we do. Tattered, torn, but not completely broken. Some have managed to actually break free. And how? How have we sometimes stumbled, but with back straight survived? Standing here, looking into each other's eyes, I find your breath. I hold you close to my chest and declare that I see the God in you. that you are God, that I am God, that God does not die. God always exists, and they could never kill us even when they tried. Everything points to the fact that we should not exist. That is their lie. We are alive, and through one another, we will live forever. There will be no love that's dying here. The bird that flew in through my window simply lost his way. He broke his wing, I helped him heal, and then he flew away. Well, the death of love is everywhere, but I won't let it be. There will be no love that's dying here for me. Thank you. All right. Thanks, y'all. All right, all right. So thank you so much for that. We have been through a lot and we are still standing. We're still standing, and we'll be standing after they decide, after they count up the votes, right? So I just want to give send out special care and prayers to those of us who have dealt with coronavirus during this time, and to those we might have lost, and to those who are healing, and also a special shout out to England right now, who because they are actually on a lockdown. And I actually met this wonderful person who I'm going to introduce next in Bristol, England, at the Indie Soul Music Festival. Met her there and just was so impressed with not just her talent, but her spirit. And then I found out she was a Pisces. So we were like, yeah, Pisces in the house. And so we stayed in contact, and I'm so glad that you are here with us this evening, CaTT. She's a singer-songwriter.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, and she's going to give you some beautiful stuff. You're welcome.
Peace, everybody. Definitely sending love and light to everybody. I'm just gonna sing this song real fast. It's called Don't Hold Back the Rain, and I think it's fitting right now because sometimes we forget that rain is necessary for growth. Pain is necessary for change and for growth. And instead of us rejecting it or resenting it, we should embrace it. So bear with my audio here, my technical skills. Into every life, some rain must fall. And there will be the times when the clouds will seem to hang so low. We need all these things to bring us strength. So don't hold back the rain. Don't hold back the rain. Into every life, some pain will come. And there will be the times when your head will wanna hang so slow. We need all these things to bring us strength. So don't hold back the rain. Don't hold back the rain. Let it wash my tears, cleanse my hurt away. Till the sun appears, don't hold back the rain. Let it wash my tears, cleanse my hurt away. Till the sun appears. Down every road, There's blocks to make you stumble, certain obstacles in place to keep you humble. Unexpected, but you see it. You may not want it, but you need it. So don't hold back the rain. Don't hold back the rain. Down every road, there's an opportunity to go beyond what you know and what you see. You may not understand it, but you can't be scared of change. So don't hold back the rain. Don't hold back, don't hold back the rain. Let it wash my tears, cleanse my hurt away. Till the sun appears, don't hold back the rain. Let it wash my tears, cleanse my hurt away. Till the sun appears. Now thunderstorms will come your way, but not for long, 'cause there's a brighter day on the other side of what you're going through. It's bringing something out of you. Now after it's over, the birds will sing, the trees will grow, the grass is greener on the other side. After the rain, the sun will shine. It's gonna be all right. It's over, 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 over. Shattered glass and broken pictures, comes the rain and maybe pain, but just hold on, 'cause life goes on. Shattered glass and broken pictures, comes the rain and maybe pain, but just hold on. Life goes on. Don't hold back the rain. Let it wash my tears, cleanse my hurt away. Till the sun appears, don't hold back the rain. Let it wash my tears, cleanse my hurt away. Till the sun appears.
Woo!
Nice, nice.
Thank you so much, Kat. That was beautiful.
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 Use my audio that timed out because the phone died.
That's right. You kept it going. You kept it going.
That's how storms go.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, is that your piece? Did you write that piece?
Yes, I wrote that.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. I felt the water. I felt that Pisces energy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Let me say, can I just give a shout out to the folks who are watching on Facebook?
Yes.
And Kat, it looks like you got a fan club.
Oh.
It's a couple folks that you might want to give a shout out to. I see Ebony Nicole said beautiful Kat. Toya Poplar said same Catherine. Latrice said same Kat. Carla Patton, she said I miss that voice. This is awesome. So yeah, you got
I'm a crybaby.
So you got to visit the comment section after the show and give people some love, because they were giving you lots of love.
Okay, thank you. I will. Thank you, Khadijah. Yay. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, shout out to everybody that I love so much.
Oh,
thank you guys for tuning in. On the
Kat did share that this was her first time after a while coming back and singing. So that's your confirmation that you need to keep doing it, right? All right.
Oh, thank you.
All right. I'll say.
And I will.
All right.
My niece is over here whispering stuff.
Okay.
She's like, period.
All right. All right. So we're going to come back to you because hopefully we'll have time and you can do something else if you'd like.
Okay.
All right. And so now we are going to move along to our next person, the brother in the house, right? Aquil Mizan. We're so glad that you are here with us. Aquil is a wonderful spoken word artist. I have the opportunity and poet to perform with him the second Saturday of each month on the Pajama Brunch here on Facebook and He plays the saxophone as well, but he's real shy about that. But next time you come, you got to bring the saxophone.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do the horn. You're not playing the horn? Multi-talented. He got many things, many skills in his bag.
Soon come.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right.
Okay, so this piece is called Wouldn't You Take What You Can Get? And I had listened to the request, so I'm gonna try this and see how it flows. It's a little intro, but it's mostly a poem, but yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Imagine someone that you want to marry, but they quote unquote only want a committed relationship. Would you leave them alone, or would you take what you can get? Or imagine somebody you want to be in a committed relationship with, but they only want to go out with you, see you every so often. Would you leave them alone, or would you take what you can get? Or imagine somebody you want to go out with, see them every so often, but they told you straight up they only want you to hit them up on a booty call tip. Would you leave them alone, or would you take what you can get? Now, whether you make a wish or you actually pray for it, and you starving like Marvin for that whole plate of fish, would you turn it down if you can only get a piece, or would you take what you can get? Or imagine you need $77 more so that you can pay your rent. Would you reject the 25 that I can spare, or would you take what you can get? Or imagine this. You spend hundreds of dollars on a date and you want some loving from your girl who told you from the beginning. You're going to have to wait for it. 3 months later, it's prom night and you believe it's the day you're going to get what you've been waiting for. And to yourself and to your boys, you saying you're going to hit. But when she asks you for a kiss goodnight before she goes home and y'all ain't do nothing else, would you leave her alone, or would you take what you can get? Or imagine this. You've been running ball for hours and the perspiration is dripping off your head like water in a toilet that's clogged up and overflowing after you taking the ish. And it's not that you just wanted to watch, but you forgot what a mop was. And like a speech by Donald Trump, your toilet is stopped up and you have no plunger. Sweat pouring off of you like open fire hydrants in the summer and all the children in the hood are playing in and it's making them drench. Then your boy dips off and he says he's gonna get you some Gatorade or Aquafina, which is your favorite. But if he turns, he's like, my bad, I hate to admit, but I forgot to get you one. But he hands you a bottle from which he already drank a bit. And he's like, yo, I mean, if you want to, you can go ahead and take a sip. Would you reject what he was willing to give, or would you take what you can get? Would you take what you can get? Dear sister, you satisfy my soul's hunger for female companionship like vegetarian Indian cuisine and a fruit salad that I eat after sipping on some ginger tea after completing a day of fasting during the holy month of Ramadan. Your energy is mad refreshing like a power nap in between classes under central air conditioning when it's 100 degrees plus outside. And like a snowball or a double dip of ice cream, it's already been paid for and it's beginning to melt slowly but surely. I know I only got a little while to chill with you before you're gone, even though I'm digging you a lot. But every time I'm reminded that because of circumstances or whatever, I probably will not have more of you, my poor heart aches a bit. And mentally I take a hit, but am I not gonna chill with you when I can, even though for real, I want more of you? Hell no. I'm gonna take what I can get. Wouldn't you? Give thanks.
Colie, you muted.
And I was saying that I had it like in my voice. I'll take what I can get. So I got to say that again. Can you tell us what the inspiration for I'll take what I can get?
I can. I don't know how to make the long story short, but I'll say this, and I don't mind asking questions. I just don't know how to do the full answer briefly. So I'll say this. Ultimately, it's to me. Some people, when they hear it, they thought that it was about settling, but for me, it was about being grateful for what you do have, as opposed to focusing on dissatisfaction or frustration about what you don't have. So that's the root of it. So, and I don't mind talking about it. It's just that that answer, I don't know how to give the full answer briefly enough. So
I feel that could be a whole discussion, because it really pushes back against the opposite message that a lot of women get, where if he's not 100% every single thing, then keep it moving, girl. And I feel like you're indicating that they're actually, everything's not equal when it comes to characteristics in a person, and sometimes there's so many of these good things that you take what you can get, because it's more of a blessing than anything else. That's what I interpreted. I don't know if that was what your intention was.
Yeah, that's part of it. Like I said, I know the answer. It's just that I don't know how to say it succinctly enough for it to, I would be like, that's the only reason why. But that what you said is to me is part of it.
Yeah, I think the way you answered it was great. I mean, because I think that society kind of sets us up to believe in a fairy tale that really doesn't exist. And so, so you kind of gotta look at things glass half full instead of half empty. And I think that we do that a lot, and it kind of sets us up for, depression and all kinds of foolishness that doesn't really need to be there. If we looked at things, if we changed our perception. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can come back around to you as well. I know you have lots of stuff to share, lots of poetry, lots of art to share with us.
Okay, I would love that. I would love that.
All right, so we are getting ready to move on, but before we do that, one of the things that Khadijah Moon did in our October C3 was she shared books, she shared literature with the audience. And I just thought that was just such a great idea, such a cool idea. And so I said, well, I'm gonna do that too. I don't have as many to share, but I do have some to share. And I would love to share this book with you. And it's so funny because I've been reading it since the summertime, but let me explain why, because it doesn't take me that long to read. The name of this book is called Stokely, A Life, and it's by Peniel E. Joseph. I was influenced to get this book by John Lewis's. I was watching John Lewis's funeral, and Bill Clinton made some remarks that really disturbed me about Kwame Ture, because he changed his name. So we say Kwame Ture, otherwise known as Stokely Carmichael. He made some remarks about him that I just thought were just unnecessary and just rude and disrespectful. So I said, you know what, I need to do some more research on Kwame Ture, and that's what prompted me to get this book. Now, the reason why it's taken me so long is because it mentions so many people in our history, in our American history, that we should know about, that we should have at least learned about in high school and, or college. We should have learned about these folks. And so what I've done when the author mentions these folks' names is I put the book down, and then I go and I Google all these folks, and then I go down the rabbit hole and research these folks, and then I come back to the book. So it is an excellent historical journey. It takes you on the journey of Kwame Ture's life, from when he was growing up in New York to when he went to Bronx Science High School, which was right next to where I grew up. And then he went on to Howard University. And I'm not going to tell you the whole the whole thing, but of course he joined SNCC and also was responsible for beginning the Black Panther Party. I mean, if you want to really understand, well, first of all, learn about a great American hero, and then really learn more, which I think everybody needs to do, about the history of activists and activism in this country. I would definitely recommend Stokely A Life. All right. Thank you. So Mr. Pinel Joseph needs to pay me for that. But I really do love the book. Kwame Ture is one of my heroes. All right, so now we are going to introduce our first featured artist, Quineice. And I am really excited to be introducing her. Quineice is a singer-songwriter. She sings locally in the area with live bands. She's done theater from 8 Misbehavin', Dream Girls, Little Shop of Horrors, and The Wiz, where she played Dorothy. It has been my pleasure to know her for years now. It's got to be about 10 years. You think, Quinn? Yeah. And I've just always been impressed with her, how humble she is, and of course her vocal ability. And I had the opportunity to perform with her many times, but 8 Misbehavin', we got really, we bonded because it was a very intense process.
Yeah.
If anybody who's watching this has ever done that play with just the 5 characters, it is intense. And so, and Quinn actually played the character who actually had to do a lot of dance, a lot more dance than me, thank God. And she stepped up and did it. And yeah, just, so you're in for a treat. This wonderful artist, Quineice.
Thank you for that introduction, Colie. You know, it's been a pleasure. We've collaborated on many things, including our powerful Strange Fruit collaboration.
Oh my goodness.
I almost thought about performing that tonight because, you know, it's still so relevant. Forgive me for seeming a little fatigued tonight, everybody. I've been working diligently with a group of lawyers, and you know, that are going for voter protection, trying to make sure every vote counts. So it's been like, as you can imagine, a long couple of days. So I'm going to try to share, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try to share a little bit of something. This song is an original. It was actually produced by, I think, Ben Beta Music, is that what he's going by now? Not, just a few years back, and it was one of the first things that I attempted to vocally produce myself. So I just want to share a little bit of that. The lyrics are uplifting, and hopefully it'll lift everybody's spirits, because I know the atmosphere is a little heavy right now. Freed my soul when I let it go, then I began to live. Freed my soul, learned to love myself, now there's more to give. Freed my soul, open up my eyes, finally see clearly. Freed my soul, learn to love myself, now there's more to give. I know it's been a long year for all of us. This crazy coronavirus, this crazy election, and just all the divisiveness. But we're gonna get through it, y'all. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Bit of technical difficulty. But I also have a poem that I want to share.
Give us some of that acapella, girl.
You know, it's been a while. I don't know if many of you know it, for like the past 6 or 7 years, I've been doing nothing but cover. Like, it's been so long since I shared original music. You know, this is great. I really appreciate this forum, you know, and hopefully.
And then, you know, like you can't do the acapella.
USA got me so upset. Orange and whenever I can't rest. Everybody knows 2020, goddamn. Division on the right and on the left. Try so hard not to lose my breath. Everybody knows 2020, goddamn. Can you see it? No, you can feel it. It's all in the air. Can't take much more. Somebody say a prayer. 2020, stroke of midnight. My mind was so free, so optimistic. Can't take much more. 2020, goddamn. Plague affected my family. Try to be strong, but we're suffering. Everybody knows 2020, goddamn. March came in like a lion, still fighting through it. Made it through some of the worst days, but I know we're gonna make it. Can you see it? No, you can feel it. It's all in the air. Can't take much more. Somebody say a prayer. 2020, goddamn.
All right.
Love it. Love it.
Were you waiting for the track for that, Quinn?
No, I decided not to play it because I was having technical difficulties.
Oh, that's what I thought.
You said you couldn't hear the last.
You were fine without
the
it.
last track. So
I love that.
Mhm.
I love that.
So a little birdie is whispering in my ear to ask you, was that in honor of some iconic person? So tell us the story behind that. Like I love to know.
I mean, it was clearly inspired by Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddamn. And it's just, you know, the way I was feeling this week and the way I'm feeling today. You know, I usually do sexy sultry or whatever. I'm just not feeling that right now. You know, it's just my spirit is heavy. So, you know, I just wanted to kind of like express it, you know, through my music, through my lyrics.
I feel like it's just it's just tension. Like it's just this whole week has just been the election. It's just like eating. I don't know. And even if I haven't been embroiled in it like you, Quinn, but just the thought, it just is so debilitating. So I totally feel you with that.
This week like totally changed what I had planned to do. You know, so you know.
And that's fine. That's what artistry is about. You just let what's going on influence you, and just you do it.
I feel like
creating.
So thanks for letting me vent a little bit.
When did you write that?
This week.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I sure did.
So you
know, I have a lot of things I could share, but you know.
So you can't tell us that and then not share. Like, what's that about? What the hell? What the hell? That's what Corey does. Mommy, I could make dinner, but I won't.
Maybe I can maybe come back around and maybe I'll be feeling a little better.
Okay. Did you have a poem that you wanted to do, or you want to wait and come back around with that?
I'll wait.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Quinn.
All right.
Wonderful. And we love Mississippi. Well, 2020. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Mississippi. Goddamn. By Nina Simone. Yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so we're going to move on to our Liberated Muse's fearless leader, Khadijah Moon. Again, Khadijah Moon, we also like to call her Dr. Khadijah Ali Coleman. We're very proud of her. She recently received her doctorate degree, and we're just really proud of all the work that she does. She started Liberated Muse, which I actually was explaining earlier, as an online community, and then it evolved into actually a She was actually putting on concerts, the Capital Hip Hop Soul Fest, with a partner of hers. And that went on for 3 years, Khadijah. Was it 3 or 4?
Yeah, it was 3 summers.
It was 3 summers. And that brought on so many artists together. So her vision, or at least the way I see it, I mean, you can speak to your vision, but the way I see your vision was always to bring artists together. And then, and is that correct?
That would be correct.
and then Liberated Muse evolved into doing plays, because Khadijah's a playwright, she's a poet. So we've done theater and poetry, and also she's also a songwriter. And so we've come together. We have our core group of muses, and Liberated Muse marches on because of Khadijah Moon, and she's also a fearless advocate for homeschooling mamas, because she is a homeschooling mom. And wow, yeah, she does a lot. She is, and you're going to get this inside joke, a Renaissance woman.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
That's all the artists are here.
I'm trying to tell people that, because then it's like, all right, she does all that.
That's the inside joke.
She makes some pasta. But, you know, I'd like to just give a shout out to Quineice and Teisha. It's really important that and meaningful that they're here, because although, you know, they have their solo work that they've been doing, they were really integral to like the early years of Liberated Muse. Teisha was actually one of the first artists that was in the Capital Hip Hop Soul Fest. And I just want to give Teisha a shout out anyway, because she was my daughter's vocal coach last semester, and really helped my daughter break out of her shell. And she did a Zoom recording and recital, and just has been really invaluable because our daughter does not respect us, her dad and I, as musicians and music makers. We don't matter, but other people do. And so I'm glad that the other people that matter in her life is Teisha Marie. But Quineice was with Liberated Muse from the very beginning. Quineice was in Running Amok, and just everything that we had to do, or not, we didn't have to do any of it, and she didn't have to do any of it. And she was there from the foundational part of when we were performing. So it's really, you know, both of you sisters are valuable. But, you know, Kat, I just met you, but Kat came out to one of our shows earlier this year when we were honoring Mama Toni Morrison. Or was it Toni Morrison? It wasn't Zora Neale Hurston?
No, it was Toni Morrison.
Toni Morrison. And so Colie told us offline how they met. They met in London. That's so fancy. That's me hating. Just saying that. That's me hating. They were touring in London, in Bristol. Right? It was Bristol. Bristol, right?
Bristol.
Right. Bristol.
UK.
Bristol, UK. That's right. Overseas.
Yeah. And we did kind of feel that way. You know, we were like, hello. We did.
Did you have your tea and biscuits?
And Kat went on to, didn't you go to Paris afterward? You traveled around after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sang in Paris.
Right. See, Mama House went home. You were traveling around.
Fancy. I need that. That's beautiful. That I am hating. Okay, but I love it. I loved seeing Colie and Kat reconnect at the Toni Morrison show. So having Kat here is meaningful. And Aquil Mizan is every person who is anybody who attends any of the arts festivities throughout the DMV. I'm sure that at some point you're going to know Mr. Aquil Mizan. So this is just, I feel like this is like a historic C3 with family. And so I am honored to be able to present and to perform today. I'm going to do 2 pieces. I'm going to actually do the song that Liberated Muse that we perform. And I actually do not perform this song with the group. I wrote it, but I don't perform it when we perform it. So I was like, let me sing it. And it was based on the Toni Morrison novel, Sula. It's called I Have Sung All the Songs. And I thought it was appropriate for today because I don't know about anybody else. I'm not that type of person that says I don't talk politics, because I always talk politics because I think everything is political. I think everything that we do with our life is political. And homeschooling, I believe, is a political act. Choosing to create your own artist community is a political act. Choosing where you work, what you eat, where you live. So when people say they're not political, then I just know that that's someone who's not part of my tribe, and who our interaction is not going to be anything long lasting than very cordial acquaintance or whatever, need based. And so this election for me, the reason why it's been so itchy and debilitating is mainly because for elections, for some reason, it's so crazy how it's like this cycle of we forget. And it as a Black person, it's like we always are hoping that someone is going to be elected who is not awful and racist and just just horrible for us, and it never changes. It never changes. And in the book Sula, when she talks of just how she's presented to us, as this woman who everyone has some issue with, right? They think she's a hoe, they think all that, and she has some questionable ways about her, but she's always just trying to do her, right? And when she comes to near the end of her life, she's like, I have sung all the songs, and I take that to mean I have done all of this living, and there's really, it's nothing more that you can say or do that is going to surprise me at that point, in this point. And that's how I feel about this whole presidential cycle. It's like, it's the same shit each time, and we always are surprised. We're always surprised with the outcome, and I don't understand that. And this causes high stress for me because I don't know how to interface in a world where this continues to be something that is new to us, but it's never been new. Like, it's always a repeat of the same. And so for me, I've been struggling with trying to find joy and to balance my life with joy. And so I'm going to sing I Have Sung All the Songs in closing, but I'd like to first share this poem that I wrote called Absorption. I'm really trying to balance and separate myself from my ancestral memories, from the things that I hold on to so deeply about my ancestors and the things that have happened. And I'm trying to create a separation, because I realize that a lot of that has seeped into my present day in ways where I'm not living in a way where I can create memory for myself or for my descendants. This sounds like therapy. So I'm going to stop talking and let me just share. This is called Absorption. I wear the dusky, sand-swept memories of my ancestors, bent over stalks of cotton, pulling cotton, stuffing cotton into bags slung over exhausted shoulders. Tiredness seeped into bones. They fall into weary-minded dreams that wandered them forward, sheltering inside my marrow, finding me in awakening, attuned to their frequency, aware that I am their imagined freedom, crafted into the likeness of their liberated spirits in human form. They step eagerly into the crevices of my mind to see, to feel, to explore this life, impossible in their waking bodies. They haunt my days with their memories. I can see easily, feel them as they try to overtake my body with their pain, their wants, their grief. I fight the urge to allow myself to be absorbed by their sadness, staying longer in my work, pinned to my work desk, unable to turn off this pulling and tugging at my spirit. I click on the keyboard, typing away messages, executing orders, working to avoid sleeping, to avoid remembering, to avoid being absorbed by the horror of the cotton and the pulling, leading me to erasure. So thank you. So that was Absorption. And so in closing, I'm going to do I have sung all the songs. And so let's pray that the technical gods are with us, that Mercury in retrograde has left us. All right. Can you hear that? I have sung all the songs that are, I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs that are, I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs that are, I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs. Despite their stares, despite their glares, I still walked on, head held high to the sky, never shrinking. You can't diminish me, I am rising. I stand high and they're below. You try to pull me down inside, you know. My feet will never touch the ground, dismantle me. And you desecrate yourself, truth be told. I am you and no one else. I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs that are. I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs that are. I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs that are. I have sung all the songs. I have sung all the songs. She curves lips, rounding O's in elegance, shaped wide and heavy, holding your mouth full, your brain widening, long-legged audacity, fire and belly blaze lit. She hollers consonants, whispering crescendos. I do not have the whole poem, and I thought I knew it by heart, but I don't. But you know, I want to thank Colie, Lynn, and Anonymous for performing that song. We performed it at the Kennedy Center, and it's actually on YouTube, and you can watch it for free, or you can visit liberatedmuse.com to see the full performance of our most recent performance at the Kennedy Center, performing our tribute to Toni Morrison. And the music is by Ben Beta. I want to give him a shout out. He's done all of our music, including our most recent album, Awakening, which is available for download on iTunes and on our website. So yeah.
That's my favorite.
I knew it was going to be something. If it wasn't technical difficulties, it was going to be something. But I want to also say that I released today the video to my song, Be Who You Are. And that was from my CD, Song of a Space Cadet, that came out in 2016. And I released it today. I just decided to make a video for it because, again, this election, all of the things going on, the song and the visuals to the song, Be Who You Are, revolve around the place that we have as Black people in this country, expected to continue to exist and to live while we're protesting out in the streets and trying to get people to respect our humanity. And it's craziness, and the psychological blowback, and the resiliency that we have to maintain on the day-to-day is incredible. And so the video that I released is really about Black joy, and how during times like this right now, this C3 is supposed to be Black joy. We're supposed to be joyful. We're together, and we are not supposed to be depressed. But it comes in, and as you can see, it seeps in, because when you're conscious, you can't be ignorant of what exists. And so finding that balance is always just incredibly crucial. So thank you for allowing me to share. A lot of my sharing always is 95% talking. I can't stop that, but I work very hard with trying to balance it with performance. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I have a question for you. So that is one of my favorite songs that you've written. I love, love, love that song. I've sung all the songs. And I wanted to ask you, what is your approach to songwriting? So how do you start? You know how some people will start with the hook first. How do you, what's your approach?
I don't know if I have so much of an approach in that sense, but I do have a process where I if it's important enough. I was listening to an interview with Babyface. I think it was Babyface. Um, Questlove has this wonderful podcast, and he was interviewing a whole rack of. We've been listening to him all week, but I think it was him that said, if it's yeah, he said that if it's important, if the melody is important enough for him to remember, that he will. And he'll record it, because someone asked him, like, how do you, because Babyface writes all these classics, but for me, that's what I do. So I use the feature in our phone, the voice notes. And so I may do a melody that way, but everything else just happens as it comes. And so I don't have like, I'm going to start here and write this. I may hear a word. I may hear the sound first. My partner Hook, his studio is next to mine, so he may be working on something, and I might be in here minding my business. But then what he's working on may just like touch me, like it's like, oh my God, and then I'll just start writing. So it really is about being open to channeling whatever the energy is that's coming through.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So we are going to move on to Teisha Marie, but before we do that, before I introduce her and we move on to Teisha, our next featured artist, I do want to say that we talk about Black joy, and Black joy has sustained us, and it's a wonderful thing. But it's also okay to, I think one of the things we don't do enough is talk about when we're sad, and we don't want to wallow in it, but it's okay to be sad sometimes. It's okay to work through that. And I think when you hold it in, then that's what causes the high blood pressure, the cancer, the diabetes, all of that. So it is okay for us, because I walk around sometimes, I am so angry, and I'm looking at people like, how can you all just walk around and act like everything's okay? I want you to be mad at me. Let's just start screaming out here. Let's just start yelling. What is going on? Why are you all walking around like everything's all right? Everything is not okay. And so I just think that this is a great form for us to laugh, for us to cry, for us to sing, say our poetry, and just fellowship. Fellowshipping is many things, and it's not always with a smile, And so I just wanted to share that, because I'm big on just kind of letting it out, and I know all of us are actually as well. And so next up is Teisha Marie, who I met actually through Liberated Muse as well. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, but I do want to say that before I met Teisha Marie, I think that I saw that she was performing in different, before I got involved with Liberated Muse, I would see that she would be in different things. And so I looked her up. Because I knew that she had music out and videos. And I was so impressed with her songwriting and her songs, her singing, her songwriting, and her videos as well. And I thought, wow, she's really thought this out. This, it's all come together. Because sometimes somebody will have a good song, but the video will be like crazy. You're like, well, what happened? That was a real nice song. What's going on with the video? But the video, which had meaning, it was conscious. And I was like, okay, this sister's back. All right. And so I was just really impressed with her creative thinking. She's England born, which I didn't know, US raised. Actually is a Spelman College graduate, which I know all the Spelman sisters like everybody to know. Just like us New Yorkers want everybody to know we're from New York. And she has Addicted to Life, the EP out, and the LP, the Addicted to Life, the EP and LP, and also The Girl from Nowhere. Which is another CD that she has out. So I'm just really pleased that she's in the house and excited that she's here, and you can take it, sis.
Hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me. I have tested the sound, but it's different when you've got more people. So if anything doesn't work, just let me know. But let's go on a virtual mental vacation. Hopefully you can hear the music. Sometimes Monday through Friday can be so mundane. By 5 on Friday I hear Saturday calling my name. How can I say no? So I'm gonna let my worries take guide. They get to go away. And I'm gonna let my desires take flight to the blue skies. I'm floating on the clouds. It's time to taste life. So why should I slave away? Just wasting my time on the same old things, fast forward to the good life. We only get one chance to live it right. I'll make today my way. Saturday, please come and stay. Take a drive, watch the children play. Let my hands away by the beach with a drink. Me and you, does that sound cool? Say the word and we'll go. Floating free, no more backstays for me. I've got reservations for ecstasy. Doing nothing is just fine. I know my route is on the road without lines. So tell me why should I stay? Just wasting my time on the same old things, fast forward to the good life. So that was produced by Frank Javois. That's on The Girl From Nowhere, my album that came out in 2013. I am currently working on a new project, but with everything that's been going on, I'm taking it day by day and seeing how I feel and really putting in new energy all over again. So I have songs prepared, but you know, it is what it is. But in all of that,
I love that song. I love it.
Thank you. I'm addicted to life and all of this, guys. It's been a rough, rocky road. I mean, I know some of us might not have slept last night or slept kind of uneasy and still clicking in on the news just to find out what happened, just in case. But you know what? We got one life. So this is Addicted to Life. This was one of my first songs that I ever put out, and people loved it, and I love it because I am. Can you tell? So let's go on. And this was produced by Ahmed Sarur. And this is Addicted to Life. Let's see. Hopefully everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good, good, good. Here we go. Everybody's got their own path. Let me tell you a little bit, just a little, about mine. Let me carry her kiss today. This is my life. Oh, people say, girl, what you gonna do with yourself? Seems like you're always running here and there. And I say, I got one life, and with my time, I can't do what's for everyone else. So I make sure to shine each day and embrace all that comes my way. And I know that I'll never be alone, 'cause as long as we've got music, I've always got a home. I'm addicted to life, the ups and downs and in betweens. Different people need different things, but everybody's looking for the truth. So I put the pen in my hand, and as a vessel, let the words flow through. I used to try to suppress the light that I had inside, because I was afraid of what I'd find. But one day, my words began to overflow. I started writing and decided to let it show. 'Cause with life, you gotta move or be moved. And with my talent, it's use or lose. And with my purpose, it showed and grew. And in the rhythm of life, I'm glad I found my own groove. I'm addicted. The ups and downs and in betweens. Different people need different things, but everybody's looking for the truth. So I put the pen in my hand, and as a vessel, let the words flow through. I'm addicted to life, the ups and downs and in between. Different people need different things, but everybody's looking for the truth. So I put the pen in my hand, and as a vessel, let the words flow through. I arm myself with love, peace, and music. Love, a reflection of an action. Peace, tranquility, be still and know. Rest when needing direction. Music, inspiration, therapy for the soul. I'm indebted to the ancestors and the creator for this gift. I take my charge seriously and consider my purpose priceless. Therefore use this offering as you will. I pray it motivates, strengthens, and heals, 'cause I'm addicted. The ups and downs and in between. Different people need different things, but everybody's looking for the truth. So I put the pen in my hand, and as a vessel, let the words flow through. I'm addicted to life, the ups and downs and in between. Different people need different things, but everybody's looking for the truth. So I put the pen in my hand, and as a vessel, let the words flow through. We just all gotta let it flow through, flow through. Feel the whole of you. I need us all to be addicted to life. The ups and downs and in betweens. Different people need different things, but everybody's looking for the truth. So I put the pen in my hand and I, Teisha Marie, just let the words flow through. I hope you feel that I love what I do, 'cause I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Y'all can sing at home. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Sounds good. I'm addicted. Hey, I'm addicted. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
We were singing with you. We were just moving our mouths because of the feedback. So
Yeah, I got you. I know. I just want to make sure that everybody feels like, hey, we are in this together. You know.
Yeah, I was jamming.
Thank you so much. That was
All your CDs, girl.
Thank you.
I was starting to throw out some requests. I was like, can you do temporary next? And can you call up Kenny Wesley so the two of you can do that track that y'all do? I'll be jamming.
I gotta see what he's up to. You know, he's a busy guy.
Great job.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to share these songs because it was really, really, really important. I thought for the longest, like, of course, you know, we've known about this for 2 weeks that we're gonna do this, but I thought for the longest, like, what do I want to give to the people? Because every day I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? Like, I feel the same energy, but I was like, if somebody said to me right now, you got a passport, which I do, and you can come with me for like 2 weeks, not work, okay? Click, because I feel you on that, and just chill out. Would you go? Yes, I would. So I was like, let me give what I can give in terms of what I would like to see. Like, I want us to relax, because just people, period, but Black people especially, like when we relax, all is right with the world, and people just are pulled into our energy in a great way. So we set the tone, and I just wanted to set the tone, like, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna feel all that we feel, but in the moment of this, like, be addicted to life, that we are here in this moment. We are still our ancestors' dream, even in this moment of all of the chaos that we're currently experiencing. And we're here together. So let's just make it great with us.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
You always are like that. Like, you're always that bomb to a situation. Like, as long as I've known you, I'd always, when I talk about you to Hook, I call you my baby girl. Like Kari B, she has an attitude with that, but you're just such a,
she didn't tell me.
You're just such a sweetheart. Like, I love you. Just bring me so much joy.
Thank you. That's what I want to give to the people every time I hit anywhere. So thank you.
Yep.
And so when we go back around, I do want to ask everybody to share how that folks can look up your music. So can you share that now, Teisha? And then as we go back around, folks can share how folks can find your music, your poetry, and what it is you do. But can you share that now?
Sure. You can find me. Let me see. Can you see Teisha Marie? Teisha. I think my name's on the screen, but Teisha Marie. You can find me on all digital music platforms. Just type me in. I've got some new stuff out right now. One of those songs is called Keep Gaining. It's with J Palm. He's a producer out of Detroit, Chicago area, depending on where he wants to live that month. But yeah, please check that out. And I've got some stuff. So just, please, support, because indie artists, we are all independent artists.
Yes. Yeah, please do that. Support us. We need your support. And we appreciate it. And, lots of times, there are artists out here that are doing great things that folks have never even heard of. And there are artists that folks have heard of that, we don't want to put anybody down, but there are artists that you have not heard of that you need to find. And a lot of them are indie artists. And, look us up, okay? Because we're creatives creating, and you need to look us up. All right. So we're going to go. Thank you so much, Teisha. We're going to go back to Kat and see, Kat, do you have something else you'd like to share with us? Let me find you in the frame. Okay, she's not there. So we're going to, oh, yeah, she is. She just popped.
Sure.
All right.
I'm here.
I see you.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
My video's going in and out, so I can hear everybody. I can't see anything right now.
Oh, okay.
But come back to me.
Okay. But what I want you to do, just in case, you know, because you're having technical difficulties, to let folks know about you, where they can find your music online. I know you have stuff out there.
I do not.
Okay,
It's
so that's
coming, but I'm on Instagram. It's coming back. It was
all
there,
right.
but I took it down. I am on I have I have YouTube and Instagram, as my niece is saying. Instagram is the number 4, and it's Eva Dreamin, EVADREAMIN, Forever Dreamin is my Instagram, however you say Instagram stuff. I don't know. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Social media is not my thing. And YouTube, it is CaTT and Soulful Dreams. But it's Cat Just Dreaming. That's the record is called Just Dreaming with it. Again, no G at the end. It's DREAMIN. Cat with 2 T's and a C.
Is that
My niece is talking.
That's all right. That's all right.
So bear with us. Sorry, it'll be better the next time.
That's
But,
okay.
yeah.
It's all right. This is all love.
Can you tell her to type it in the comment section of the video?
She said yes, thumbs up. She praised God for the millennium. Hallelujah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cat's niece. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's Chrisita. She also made these earrings, and she's gonna put that information in.
All right, please do, because I was looking at them like I want some of those. Okay.
I was trying to focus, but I really was loving your accessories. Everything. What's in the back, like what's on your wall, everything.
Oh, thank you. I try. You know, I'm trying. Yeah.
All right.
Stylist and to make back then.
All right, so we're gonna go to Aquil.
She's echoing.
Aquil, you got something else you want to share with us?
I do.
Okay, all right.
So this piece is called A Fulfilling Emptiness. A Fulfilling Emptiness. I'm currently in reflection of traveling in the mid-90s to the destination of perspective, that within many blessings there were trials, and within many trials there were blessings. That's the preface. In the spirit of that verse in scripture, since she had faith, nothing was impossible. The ancestors guided and protected her. So consequently, as mommy, Sister Azali was phenomenal. We give thanks to the creator and the ancestors that from prenatal to the cradle, through all his teenage years, she was able to meet and overcome all obstacles in the path of parenthood. Then when her son Asante departed their home to go to college and further his education, we just knew she feels so much joy, relief, accomplishment, and to say the least, a predominant energy of celebration, and she probably felt all that. But I was surprised when our sister expressed feelings of void and emptiness. Then I began to understand the village residents that housed Mommy and Baby Bird became somewhat of an empty nest. And her due diligence in doing her part to help the village raise her child, she sacrificed herself. Being phenomenal by any righteous means necessary is how she defined herself. Her man-child grew wings strong enough to do his own thing, mission complete, but now she has so much time to herself. To paraphrase Eda Poet MC, she digs deep within. In other words, she minds herself, or should I say reminds herself. She must refine herself in order to refine herself. Praise Allah. She met and overcame a fulfilling emptiness when Mama and Baby Bird's residence became somewhat of an empty nest. Baby Bird, the man-child's wings grew strong enough to fly away from home. Alhamdulillah, she and the village raised a child. The trial is now she fluctuates between feeling lonely or released, somewhat alone. She truly does miss seeing, hearing, and feeling her child's energy in her space, but look, then she comes to realize it's like he's around the corner, a block away in earshot, because they both have smartphones and he posts all the meaningful events of his life on Instagram and Facebook. The question echoing in her mind and heart was, what am I to do now? Beloved, any good thing that you like to do was the answer. On social media, Phoenix Soul posted some real good data when she said you were someone before you were their mom, and that person matters. She met and overcame a fulfilling emptiness. She is phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
You welcome. Thank you for having me.
Love that. Thank you, Aquil. Can you tell the listeners where they can look you up and find you?
Aquil Mizan, AQUIL on all social medias. I'm in the process of transferring a lot of my recordings that's on CD to digital. So, prayerfully in the latter course of this year, by early next year, I have some of those projects online. But if you contact me, in one of those formats, I'll send you something that I've recorded or performed, so you could get a taste of some of the stuff that I recorded.
Thank you so much. I love the way you incorporate music in a lot of your poetry, and also, well, music references. You do that a lot. And I really, really do appreciate that about you, and just also your generous spirit. Because when I look at artists, I kind of look at, what they're producing, but also their energy. And you also, you really support other artists. The things that I see you post on social media, you're always, promoting what other folks are doing. And a lot of folks don't do that. And that's special, and it's needed. And I just want to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I give thanks.
You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're going to move on to Quineice, but I just want to share quickly, because I said I was going to share another book. This book, there we go. Hey, this book called Makeda by Randall Robinson. I read it a while ago, but I know that we've been talking. Khadijah mentioned ancestral memory.
That's my drum.
Yeah, and then Teisha also said something about the ancestors, and that they are a gift to us, we are a gift to them. And this is really it's fiction, but it's based on the history of the Dogon people from Africa, and the magic that came out of that group of people. So I don't want to give the book away. It's by Randall Robinson, and it is a wonderful, wonderful story that is very uplifting. I don't remember all the details because, like I said, I read it a while ago, but I want to read it again. It's that kind of book that when you look at it, you're like, oh man, I remember what that made me feel like. It just took.
That's one of my top 5. That's one of my top favorite books. Yes. And you should encourage people to watch him talk. Randall Robinson is a brilliant man.
Yes.
And his brother is the late Max Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They used to be on, he was on, was it Nightline? Or he was an anchor on one of the shows, I think out of New York. Yeah. But Max Robinson, then Randall Robinson. And see, you don't hear, I think Randall has left the country actually.
He's in like St. Lucia or somewhere.
Yeah, so you don't hear much about him, but he, as unless you have learned about him, you don't hear about him anymore, but he is very brilliant and wise. And so again, Makeda by Randall Robinson. All right, so Quinn, you ready?
Yes. Hello again.
And we want you to tell the people about you. Tell the folks, the beautiful people about you.
Well, one thing, I don't know if you can see this painting behind me, but I've kind of branched out, and I'm starting to paint and create jewelry and things of that nature now, in addition to the performing. And to find out more about that, you can look me up on Instagram at Soul Pixie Productions, and I collaborated with an artist named D. Ivan Dawson Jr. And you can look him up on Evolutions Art. And to find my music, you can find me on Reverb Nation under my name Quineice, or Facebook, same thing, under my name Quineice. And just to let people know that I'm not completely gloom and doom, I just wanted to share a quick little acapella snippet that you can find on my Reverb Nation page. You have to forgive me, world. I'm one of those people who kind of like wears my heart on my sleeve, but after listening to all the other artists and I really appreciate this forum, Khadijah and Liberated Muse, kind of lifted my spirits. It's been years since I started this music thing. So many ups and downs, all I want to do is sing. And there's one thing you should know. The soul pixie's gonna fly again. Fly. Thank y'all for letting me share.
All right. Let me ask you this, Quinn, because you mentioned that sometimes, and the audience needs to know that sometimes you go by your alter ego, the soul pixie. So how did that come about, the soul pixie?
Well, to me, the pixie and the graphics I was sharing at the time when I first came up with it in 2012 was all about transformation, with the butterfly and everything. I was, going through kind of like a metamorphosis. So that's what that represented to me at the time. And, the soul pixie, believes that music is a universal language. She's, ageless, timeless, hopefully I'll continue to create music that'll live on.
All right, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I really had a good time.
And I hope that you're lifted now.
I did. Like I said, this forum has lifted my spirit, so, I appreciate it.
I love those glasses.
I need them now. So thank you.
We all do. You saw me with mine. I'm just trying to look a little cute, so I took them off.
I tried to put a cute pair on for this, but you don't want to see the ones I usually.
All right. So we're going to go to, thank you again. We're going to go to Teisha. If you want to do you want to do another piece?
Ooh, another one. Okay, so I didn't think about this. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
No? You can? Okay. I don't know. You know what? I'll be quick. With what I'm gonna do. This place I'm in is a temporary thing. Just gotta be patient and see what tomorrow brings. 'Cause I believe it's so much better than where I am now, than where we are now.
All right. Now, I do want to ask you this. I meant to ask you the first time around, what is your songwriting process?
I kind of just sit back and experience life. This is the reason why my projects take as long as they do to come out, because I got to live like my life completely, feel what I feel. And, sometimes songs come in dreams. Sometimes they come with like a little hook. I'll be cooking something and something will pop in my head. I can be in the shower and then the idea comes about. Sometimes the words come or the idea comes in a conversation and I just jot it down and then I come back later and revisit it. So it's a different thing. Like for this particular project I'm working on right now, yet to be titled, it's interesting because this is like its own little baby. It wants to do what it wants to do. So I'm like, can we just write the songs? And like, no, I have like 20 songs to give you, but let me give you this one first. This one's gonna go like this, and then the next one, it'll be like the hook will come first, and then I gotta go back and fill in the verses. So it really depends. It's just an organic process. But I love songwriting, love music.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Totally relate to that. That's mine all the way. I totally relate.
So we're gonna go to Kat and see if Kat wants to do something else, and then we're going to go to Khadijah Moon. So Kat, you ready or?
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. Oh, and I did remember that I am on Reverb Nation still. And it's just reverbnation.com/CaTT, CaTT. This song is called Early Rise. I typically do it a cappella, but I do have it on my record, which I have right here. I do have it right here.
Okay.
But you can like tell me if you want me to mail it to you because it's not online. Not right now.
Uh-oh, you turned yourself, there you go.
Somebody's trying to call me. Like I'm not on this call. My family that knows I'm on here. I'm sorry about that.
Okay,
So the song's called Early Rise. Sorry, you guys. Early rise, and I scratch my head. I realize that it's a brand new day. I raise my hands and I give thanks. Acknowledge His grace, and then I say, hey, thank God He's risen. See, I couldn't help it if I wanted to. His love is like candy for the sweet tooth, smooth like cocoa butter, and He removes all my scars. That's why I couldn't help it. So I'm gonna praise my Jah. As the days go by, I'm reminded why I still see the sun shine ahead of me. Little girl, go now, you gotta take off running, 'cause there's still time left for your new journey. As the days go by, be reminded why you still see the sunshine.
All right, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Is that another piece that you wrote?
Yes, I wrote that.
Thank you.
So be encouraged, guys. The sun will shine again tomorrow.
That is so beautiful, so beautiful.
All right. So thank you, everyone. And of course, last but not least, Khadijah Moon.
And I had time to come up with what the heck I'm gonna do.
Well, tell the folks where they can find you. Find your work, your music.
I was singing along with everybody. So I have so many websites. I think that's an addiction of mine. It's just like graphic art. It's like I didn't realize that until it's like what. But I have my music site is khadijahmoon.com. And I have my CD on there from 2016, but also some singles that were recently released. One song that was released during the COVID pandemic, my daughter and her dad created music, and I wrote a song, and that song is called Time Is Different Now. You can download that it's on Spotify, it's Apple. You can download the most online music sellers. Time Is Different Now. But my 2016 CD, Song of a Space Cadet, is also available on my website at khadijahmoon.com. And I'll put it in the comment section. If you want to cash at me, I always take the money if you give me. My cash app is the Creative Midwife. That's another brand where I'm gonna, in 2021, start offering Reiki art retreats for creative people. And also I want to do one for homeschooling parents for them to be able to do it with their children. Reiki is a stress relief technique that revolves around breath and energy work. And so I got certified last year in the throes of my doctoral program. And now I'm a master teacher, so I can facilitate classes now. And so I think it's so aligned with the work that I was doing previously with coaching people, creative coaching. So yeah, so you can reach me at khadijahmoon.com, khadijahonline.com. And if for some reason you want to read my research, khadijahalicoleman.com. or learn more about what I do regarding homeschooling. I do want to say that I got criticism and people were throwing shade my way when I was researching homeschooling, because my course of study was higher education with an emphasis on community college leadership. And I chose to look at Black children who are dual enrolled in community college while being homeschooled. And, my advisors, no one really was giving me praise, or they were like, you're so weird, you're so weird. And who would have thought, with COVID-19 and everybody is homeschooling now, and now all of the, what we're seeing is a lot of parents are seeing, if they haven't been losing their mind with being with their children all day, most of the people who have taken the practice of homeschooling seriously or embraced it are seeing the benefits for their children. And so it's just such a blessing for me to be able to be a resource in this capacity as well. So if you would like more information, I'm co-founder of an organization called Black Family Homeschool Educators and Scholars. We had a very successful teach-in. We have a community on Facebook, so you can hit me up to learn more about that as well. So my closing poem is actually shared this for the first time at an event that Colie and I did last month for an event, and it's called The Summoning of Black Joy. And I guess I'll open with a part from my song, Be Who You Are, which again, I released the video today, so check that out. The usual stuff they tell you isn't true. There is no money fix or pathway to a better you, in a bottle or in a pill. The only choice you have is really to be real. I feel ya. Sometimes this life seems just to be a joke. But don't let it kill ya. Get you down or even make you choke. It's like a film, yes, but only one you can't rewind. And at the end of it, you'll find you were the star. Be who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are. Reclaim your thunder and your rage from the sunken swamp of your insecurities, where your true self knows no sunsets. Be informed that your joy cannot emerge into a land that bears the fruits of your complicit silence, that kills your spirit with each hollow nod. Each time you agree to a world that is committed to dismantling you whole, you have exiled joy from your vastness. Today, unshoulder the foreign weight that you have held without compensation. Slipping your toes into the sands of satisfaction and self-understanding, commit yourself to yourself, pledging allegiance to your right to be, to become, to enjoy, to discern, to discover, to recover, to ignite, to excite, to unleash, to design, and to find all that makes you marvel at this world that you have fantastically had a hand in creating. Reclaim your thunder and your rage. Defy all of the agents who seek to mute the lofty grace of your blossoming. Strip them of their permissions to manhandle your sweetness and discard your dignity. Keep close the password to further entry from unworthy. Glory in your unabashed shining. You are light eternal, beckoning the promise of bliss. Be who you are. Be who you are.
Ashe, Ashe. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank everyone, all the artists that joined us this evening, Kat, Aquil, Quineice, Khadijah, Teisha. I didn't leave anybody out, did I?
No, you didn't, but we can form a rap group because our names rhyme.
And of course, again, my name is Colie Aziza, and you can find out more about me at colieaziza.com. And I'm just excited about this evening, even though it's come to an end. I'm just glad that we were able to spend this time together, and I hope that we were able to spread some joy and give some peace to folks who've been listening. Thank you for tuning in, and again,
Can we give it up for Colie, hosting C3? Woo!
Thank you. This is my first time doing it, and it's fun because I like to talk too, so it's cool. I just have to make sure I don't say anything crazy out my mouth, but I have to fit myself as I'm speaking.
You got through without crying, and I thought a couple of times,
Yeah,
you did excellent.
Yeah, I felt it, but I didn't feel like I did, because I'm always crying, and people think I'm crazy because I cry a lot, but it's not. It's just that I just feel it, and so then I just, and I just let it out, And I know some folks are like, she's crying again.
No, I love it. You always make me cry when you start crying, so then we just commiserate and love each other.
And we will be back next month. Yes. Don't know the date yet, but that's okay. Just know that we will be back. We'll be back. Liberated Muse C3 will be back. And we just thank you so much. And listen, be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. Self-care is very important. Take time away from, even though we're glad you tuned in with us or, zoomed in with us, take time to turn off the screens, get away, go for a walk, spend time with your loved ones. And until we meet again, we love you and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Peace.